Okay, meantime, let's talk about the weather because it is getting nicer across the country, but retail investors are staying indoors, and yes, they are buying, at least over the past week, names like GameStop, AMC, and the SPAC targeting SoFi, all up more than 15% in that time. So is Wall Street Bets muscling its way back into the conversation? It seems that way. Joining us right now is Surat Sethi. He is DCLA managing partner and portfolio manager, and Stephanie Link, a Hightower chief investment strategist and portfolio manager, both, of course, CNBC contributors. I don't even know where to start except to say you look at what's happening with GameStop and AMC, and well, maybe we can separate them because I think they're two different types of companies, guys. But what is happening here, and does it make sense to you at all? I'll start with you, Stephanie.
Good morning. It's great to be here. Good to see you. I think you've had a rotation in the marketplace. It's as simple as that. Back into growth and a little bit more of a pause on value. The Russell 1000 growth is up now 6% year to date, but the value index is actually up 16%. So there's a little bit of a catch up going on here. I think if you step back, it's a little bit more of a macro call. And the macro call is, are we at peak growth? Is inflation transitory or not? Is the Fed behind the curve? And that's what everybody is kind of talking about, all these items, right? And at the same time, even though we have really great growth, yields continue to move lower, which is kind of the conundrum. But I do believe that the economy is, maybe we are at peak growth. However, we're going to stay strong. We have a lot of stimulus in the system. M2 is up 30% year to date. And you also have another infrastructure package coming. So there's a lot of stimulus going on. So I think that will propel the economy to continue to be strong. Maybe not at the levels that we've seen, Andrew, but it's going to stay strong. And now, oh, by the way, look at the Richmond Fed. Now we have a CapEx cycle ahead of us. That hasn't happened in years. The Richmond Fed came out and CapEx was up 42%.
You're speaking very rationally about a lot of rational things. I'm not even talking about rationality right now. I'm trying to understand about these meme stocks and whether there's any rationality to GameStop moving. Look at where GameStop is. It's $223 a share. Does that have all the things you just said, does that have anything to do with anything?
Well, no. I mean, I think these are trading stocks, and they're not trading on fundamentals, and it doesn't make any sense. But my point is that the bigger picture, people are nervous that growth is going to slow. And if growth is going to slow, growth outperforms value. And these are growth stocks, whether they're speculative or not. And so you have seen a shift in the marketplace, and I think you've seen more risk on growth versus value. So that's where the kind of the nuance is at this point. I think it's much more bigger picture, Andrew, than it is fundamentals.
Surat, GameStop, AMC, what do you say?
I think, Stephanie hit it on the head there. These are speculative growth stocks. So, yes, they have growth, but there's speculation in front of them. And right now, a reopening trade, and does AMC do really well because of movie theaters? This is short term. Will the fundamentals catch up? Probably not easy to tell right now, but I think there are plenty of other areas in the market that we can invest in that I think have a longer tail in, and especially if you do see, value coming back and growth topping, you can play at other places in the market, and it doesn't necessarily have to be here. But if you are in here, make sure you know it's speculative growth and it's not an overarching part of your portfolio. You can play in companies like Charter Communications that have 90% broadband penetration and secular cash flow growth. There are plenty of other ideas and sectors there to play with. But again, this is just, you've got some quick money coming in here and popping up these stocks.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.